Starkware just set a wild proving record. They proved the entire Bitcoin block header chain, that's 16 years of history, in just 6.5 hours at a cost of $13.50. This was done using their new superfast STU prover, which we've talked about before. A lot more performance improvements are on the way, which means that usable client-side proving continues to become more and more realistic. Joining the trend of centralized crypto exchanges launching their own Ethereum Layer 2s, Upbit, one of the largest in South Korea, announced that they are launching an OP stack chain called GIWA. Details are still scarce, but I think we'll probably see a lot more of this type of news as time goes on, especially now that this model has been validated by Base from Coinbase and Ink from Kraken. On to zkVMs. The ZisK zkVM now has in-browser proof verification of Ethereum blocks that it proves live on Ethproofs. Like we discussed for Zyron from zkM and Pico from Brevis, proofs from these zkVMs can be verified directly in your browser on Ethproofs, allowing really straightforward sanity checks of these proofs being valid without needing to install anything special. Irreducible, who you may have heard of because of their Binius proof system, announced they're shifting their focus away from hardware for ZK to software. They say this is because that right now this strategy is more in line with their mission of accelerating the verifiable internet. With this, they've also released Binius64, which is a CPU-optimized evolution of their Binius proof system. It still isn't complete, but you can check out the repo and the thread for all of the technical details that I'm sure a lot of you are curious to see. An update on the Ronin news we shared a couple weeks ago when they announced that they plan on coming home to Ethereum by transitioning from being a sidechain to an Ethereum rollup. They have chosen the OP stack for their migration. Ronin's founder said that back when Axie Infinity was really popping off, the rollup roadmap and tech was not mature enough for their needs, which is why they decided to build Ronin as a sidechain. Now, using the OP stack, they can have higher performance, better security, and better interoperability, especially with other chains in the Optimism superchain rollup cluster. Big news for on-chain gaming on Ethereum. And closing things off, we have a new blog post where our co-founder and CTO Mauro Toscano explores the engineering trade-offs between ZK circuits and zkVMs and discusses how to think about designing and building these systems. As Ethereum plans and execute its lean roadmap and incorporates ZK at every level of the stack, these are the sorts of things we need to be thinking about. And that's your ZK and Ethereum news for this week. As always, send in any stories you think we should cover, and we'll see you next time.